Hello everyone and welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. Today on the table we're at another regional video here in Quebec, Canada. We got Francis on the left, John W on the right. Francis is playing Lannister Wolf and John W there is playing Martell, Banner the Kraken. We're in round one still, match number 2 here. Recording 2 matches per round now. I'm able to travel with 2 cameras. And to help me offset the cost of buying those cameras and extra tripods and lighting and whatnot is our awesome donators on patreon.com/Rob's Gaming Table. If you guys want to help support my work, that would be fantabulous. But if not, that's cool. Just make sure you hit that subscribe button below and the like button. That is also awesome. So sadly, it looks like the setup for the Lannister side here, Francis only has the Mountain. As great of a character as he is, he's playing a Martell deck, which most likely is running March to the Wall. And we will see that Mountain go bye-bye. Doesn't mean it's completely over, but no economy either. And sure enough, there's a march into an alt-art noble cause. So he probably does have another lord or lady he wants to play there. But March to the Wall is out of the way now, most likely, unless he's running 2. So you don't have to worry about it too much. But we do have a Greenblood Trader march there, and kind of sad to see the Martell player have to set up 2 Greenblood Traders. Maybe he's running first snow and he could see them come back, but one is gone now. And he also has a House Day Knight and a little bit of economy there in a Desert Scavenger. So looks like Lannister player's going first. He's got a Landsport Merchant out there, and he uses his Noble Cause on Tyrion. And he's got Tyrion duped, and he saves 2 gold. So 4 gold gain on the Martell side. He marshals at a Rose Road. His copy of Gaston Grey. So that Tyrion, if he attacks, he's going back to hand, cannot be saved. So that duplicate will go to the discard pile. And I don't think he wants that to happen. So I think he's going to play it safe with Tyrion this round and probably just play defensively. I'd rather lose that dupe for military claim rather than just going to the discard pile because your character got marched. Looks like we got a House Day Knight marshaled out there, so no shortage of weenies on the Martell side. Doesn't look like we'll have a first snow anytime soon played on the Martell side, but we could have it played on the Lannister side. That would be quite devastating, I think. Especially if he's holding on to a Burnman that he could possibly reuse. But we'll see how the boards look starting in the next round. Hopefully the Lannister player can come back here having no economy, losing all of his setup gold that he spent in one character. So it was like Francis saw no setup basically, and he's lost a copy of the Mountain. So he's going to do an intrigue here with Tyrion. He must have a treachery to cancel that Gaston Grey. And he does gain 2 gold from his Tyrion. House Day Knight's going to block. And here we go. We're going to have a reaction from Gaston. No reaction. Wow. And not enough gold to play that Vengeance. Only 1 gold saved on the Martell side. Here we got a military from House Day Knight on the Martell side. No defenders. We got that dupe from Tyrion going away. So I guess he doesn't have a copy of the Hound or Burn Men. Just got that gold sitting there. We will see. He was debating doing an intrigue but didn't want to do it to give Tyrion more gold. I believe dominance to the Lannister player. So we got a tie 1-1 here right now. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to be notified when we put up more videos from this series. Like I said, I got 2 cameras. So that's 2 videos a round. I think we went 6 rounds of Swiss. Nope, I think 5. I can't remember exactly. But we'll find out when we get there, I guess. But that's 2 games from the top 8 I recorded, 2 games from the top 4, and the finals. So lots of games coming up here. And if you're just catching this video for the first in the Quebec Regional Series, go back and check out match number 1. So it looks like long plan was flipped on the Martell side into calling the banners on the Lannister side, which is going to help him get that economy going. He just got 4 gold off the opponent's characters. But still no economy locations on the board. But if anyone can catch up in economy, it could be Lannister. Just need to get that time one going. But I know how it is. Having no economy locations whatsoever can be really rough.
Pass 2. Keeping 5 gold. Sitting on 5, yes sir.
So it looks like the Martell player sitting on 5 gold. So he's definitely prepping for next round, or he's got Arrow Hota. Or he wants to play some events, but he may be just looking forward to the next round because he will get to keep that gold due to the long plan. And he could earn some more gold here from losing challenges. And he's got a handful of cards, which he's not worried about. He does have, I believe, 8 reserve on the long plan, so no worries about losing any.
Base 6. Yep. For 7.
And we see another mountain, so he's in the discard pile, but he is not gone. He is back. He's going to haunt the opponent. Maybe punish him for marching him.
Are you passing to me? Yeah.
But not really any crazy characters out there to hit with the roulette wheel, but still some characters to go away nonetheless.
Unopposed claim.
So we got an unopposed power challenge, taking the only power off the Lannister's house card. Play the Martell player up to 3. And here we got a military of 2 from the House Day Knight, and defensively blocks it with 10 strength from the mountain, which I think is a smart play. You want to try to build your board up and not fall too far behind. So there's that Hota, who I guess was saved. And yeah, so he's just canceled it with treachery there, the effect on Arrow Hota, who bounces a character out of the challenge. So Mountain's still in there defending. It's going to gain renown, stop some military claim from happening, and pillage. And it's a Rose Road, not a character. But still some economy that is gone now for the Martell player. So we got an intrigue with the Green Blood Trader for 1. Tyrion's going to trigger on the other side. And he's going to block fully with Tyrion. And dominance of the Martell player, the Lannister player is not going to do any challenges. He's just going to play defensively, try to get in this game. Makes sense. You don't want to fall behind after getting that bad setup.
I also have 6. Yeah, you're supposed to be at 6, right? Yeah, 7.
If he can hold off long enough and build up a board, get some of the good quality characters out there. I mean, he's already got Tyrion going. He's got the mountain. If you can just see some location economy and start putting out more characters without the Martell player getting his removal going, it could get pretty crazy. But he does have Gaston Grey already out there, so we could see that mountain or that Tyrion go back to hand, or whatever other good character gets played. So we have Calm over Westeros, played into Calling the Banners now on the opposite side for the Martells. He's going to get 3 gold from that Calling the Banners.
So I make 3 gold.
And remember, the Martell player did save money from the last round, so I think he's got 2 gold there from the long plan, letting him keep his gold through taxation. Looks like we're choosing what's going to be Calm over Westeros, and it looks like it's Intrigue. And interesting, both players putting the Intrigue token down to remind them of Calm over Westeros. It's the first time I've seen that. I've put the token on my opponent's Calm over Westeros before, when they don't have one, just to make sure I remember, but Good on John for putting it out there to remember not to do an intrigue challenge expecting to get claim. And who do you not want to see when you have a board full of weenies? Sir Ilan Payne cutting him down there, killing Ario Hota. So he will not go back to hand on a first no turn coming up and be able to jump back into play. He is now dead. And we have an imprisoned played on the mountain to get rid of his military icon. So he's become a big puppy now. Harmless puppy. Standing 10 strength Iron Throne, basically. So we got the Red Viper out there. Martell deck playing the Red Viper. Always good to see. If you guys aren't sure what the Red Viper is, he's a 7 cost, 3 icons, all 3. Tricon, 7 strength. He's a lord. He also has a reaction. If he wins as the attacker, basically for every 5 strength he wins the challenge by that he's participating in, he gains a renown. That gains a power. Kind of like a renown, I guess. But only when attacking. But a 7 for 7 with 3 icons nonetheless. And when your opponent's missing icons, it's kind of easy to go through on challenges and win by large amounts of strength. So he definitely fits that icon removal theme of the deck, or of the house, I guess. Not just the deck.
Yeah, no problem, man.
So right now, Francis, the Lannister player, I think he's thinking out whether he wants to do any challenges or not. John's telling him not to rush, no worries. Basically, he's got Tyrion out there. He could do a challenge with Tyrion. Tyrion has stealth. He could probably stealth through and win a challenge. But that's basically his only icons there on a character standing right now. So if he does kneel him, he leaves himself exposed. But it could guarantee him getting his 2 gold here for intrigue, which could let him ambush something in. So Green Blood Trader's been stealth. He's trying to maybe bait the Red Viper from defending to prevent his ability from going off on the offense. So here we go. Gaston Grey is sending Tyrion back to hand. No treachery for that. And there goes another copy of Gaston Grey. And John's a little disappointed in that grab. But I'm sure Francis is a sigh of relief there. He gets 2 Gaston Greys are now out of play now.
Mine as well. Intrigue.
No claim though.
Yep, still unopposed though.
So unopposed intrigue here, but no claim.
Military.
So military challenge with a House Dane Knight. No defenders. It's going to kill that Lannisport merchant.
You have Dom. Oh, 7-10. You have Dom. So.
And we got a power challenge with that Viper.
Unopposed reaction.
Who does get that reaction going there. Gets a power from winning by 7. So for every 5 he gets a power.
I have no power.
Oh,
so no power claim.
I'm missing one Martell.
It does get an unopposed.
Dom is you.
And Dominus goes to the giant mountain standing there. So Lannister's at 2 power. Martells look like they're at 8 power.
I have to discard from reserve.
I have 6 reserve, 4 in hand.
So 4 cards on the Martell side. He's good for reserve. But Francis, right now, the Lannister player, does have to discard cards for reserve. And it looks like he's getting rid of... I forget his name. Why can't I remember it? You guys are screaming at me, I'm sure. Janos Slint. Or Janos Slint, however you want to say it. That's who it is. Blank in there. So a confiscation played. Most likely to get rid of that imprisoned into a calmer Westeros. So it seems like a Martell player just decides to play the same plot that the Lannister player last round played on his next turn. I'm just joking, not really. Alright, so the imprison's gone from confiscation. And it looks like power was named for Calm over Westeros. obviously doesn't care too much about military challenges. He has quite the abundance of military claimed chuds on the board. And I guess he's not worried about losing an intrigue challenge too much.
Put him in for 4.
So here comes the Greyjoy banner into play now. Seen the first Greyjoy card. It is Theon Greyjoy. He's going to add some stealth to the mix. Help speed up the power rush there with his ability. If it's unopposed, he gains power.
Which gold are you sitting on?
I'll have 4 when I marshal. Right now I have 0.
So no Tyrion, right?
Not right now.
So we got a Tainted on Sir Ilan Payne.
That cost me 1, so I'll sit on 1. That's 2.
And over to the Lannister player for marshalling. He's going to collect 4 gold. No economy location, sorry, yet. He does have some locations in hand, though. And there's a King's Road.
Oh, there we go.
Can he use that to build up a board here? Doesn't look like he has many characters in hand. A lot of events and locations. Does have a Stark character with a military and a power icon we can see there, but I'm not sure who it is. Maybe he wants to save the money to jump a hound if he's got a hound or a burnman. Right now, if the Martell player gets a stealth by that mountain, we're going to have some claim happening on a good quality character, unless he's got something to ambush in here. So not looking good for the Lannister player.
No, I forgot to grab his.
Grab what?
That's okay. I was free to do the Viper's reaction.
Oh, you did it? Didn't you do it?
That was the first one. I forgot the second one. Don't worry about it. I'm not going back. Yeah, the question is what happened.
So it looks like he's kneeling and sacrificing his King's Road here. Baiting, spending 2 more gold. Someone with 5 strength. Or 5 cost, sorry. 5 cost character is what I'm trying to say here. And he does have a Tyrion. Wow. Who would have known? Just kidding. We know it got Gash and Grade back to hand. Alright, so it looks like a Milk of the Poppy here. On the Red Viper, I don't know about that. I might have done it on Theon. Gets rid of stealth and his ability also.
Before marshalling ends.
Yeah, I think that was a bad call. Theon could just stealth by you and win a military. Unless he's really betting on winning that military with the mountain and putting Theon to the sword, maybe. Off Tyrion's gold. So looks like Ilan Payne kills a House Dane Knight there in the marshalling phase.
Military? Stealthing mountain?
Oh yeah, sorry. The Greyjoy player or the Martell player is going first anyway, so he stealths the mountain. I see. I would have definitely poppied him and just won on the defense with the mountain. I'm not sure that was the right play there. Francis, if you're watching, let us know in the comments if you messed that up, you think, or anyone actually, if you guys think that was a bad play. I do personally, but maybe I'm not seeing something here.
Power of 1.
He could have Ilan Payne alive right now. Maybe he's really betting on a put to the sword going off here. Sometimes you gotta do when you're falling behind. You gotta risk it. You gotta get your back against the wall and try to make a play to swing the game.
Intrigue. What can I buy? What can you buy with intrigue? You could have a put to the sword, which probably won't beat me by 5 unless you go stop my life. I guess I'll just intrigue. Maybe I'll get your put to the sword.
John here gets a copy of Fast Eddie out of Francis's hand.
Pass to you.
No. Greg on roulette.
Opposed? You got a trick? Hang on. Opposed. Sorry. I'm not letting a put to the sword go through.
Yeah, so John realizes the put to the sword, so he throws the Red Viper in there. He blocks for enough. He was almost about to block with just a House Day Knight, but he decided to throw the Red Viper in there. Makes sense.
Son,
Four cost character? Same cost?
Oh, and there is the Mountains Pillage going off, hitting a 4-cost Knights of the Sun, which he does actually hit Theon. I was joking about it earlier, but about him betting on it, but it actually happened. Wow. I have not watched this video yet. I did not know that was going to happen, I swear. Now, John's from my meta. I play with him every Monday night, and he never told me anything about this game, so I didn't know this, I swear. I believe I had to buy the first round, though, but I wasn't watching any games on purpose. I didn't want to be accused of scouting by any means. But yeah, that's funny that that actually happened. I make jokes about the Mountain, but playing him a lot, you may joke about him hitting the big carrot crossbow from you, but it does happen more often than you think.
I was getting worried that I was going to have to hit that before he'd even have anything on me. I'm like, hey.
Alright, so John's mentioning how he was worried about playing Confiscation early with nothing to hit, but he does play it. Gets that Milk of the Poppy off the Red Viper. But a first snow is played on the Lannister side. That's interesting he held that so long. I don't know if playing first snow earlier would have been better. I don't know, let me know what you guys think if first snow to hit that weenie board that was out there earlier in the game. Would have been smarter rather than waiting till now, but I mean, he could be setting up for a nice march to the wall here if he's got to burn men. We will see. Got rid of Theon, which is good. You don't want to have a first snow out there and your opponent have Theon. Any military character with stealth is bad news. You'll usually lose a good character. He's getting another milk on the Red Viper. And we got an imprisoned back on the Mountain. So no military for him. That's not good on a first no turn to lose your military icon. And an Attainted on Tyrion. So no intrigue right now on the Lannister side.
And I will tap.
And Ariane gets played using that Desert Scavenger to reduce cost. So the House Day Knight and Desert Scavenger go back to hand for first snow. So we got Ariane and a blanked Red Viper versus a iconless Mountain and a Tyrion with a stealth and a power icon.
Stealth.
Power challenge stealth Ariane.
Well, let's go on opposed. Yeah, I don't claim.
So no defenders, so 2 power gain there from the Lannister player. Passes over to the Martell player for challenges.
Power.
2 gold saved on the Lannister side. So he does have enough to drop burn men in to make sure the Mountain or Tyrion don't die for military claim. Hopefully he has one. But interestingly, John goes for a power challenge all in with the Viper and Ariane.
Whoops, my math was wrong. Plus 2.
What plus 2?
11, so I beat you by 5.
Oh, he's trying to add the Red Viper in, but he is blanked with the Milk of the Poppy, so... And the power goes on the Red Viper, not on the House Guard anyway.
That on me.
And yeah, John totally forgot that Milk of the Poppy. Probably should have came with a military challenge. I don't know if there's a burn men in hand there. I don't know if you guys can see or not, but it's definitely a copy of Janos Slint in hand. But I think John, the Martell player, might have just messed up there. But we have another first snow coming here into a trading with the Batoshi. So that's not a bad hit, I think. The first snow is going to turn into a 6 gold plot. So King's Row drawn from John there. He's dropping cards. He's trying to put them in hand. I think he's flustered himself here, making that bad choice. I know I do that to myself when I make a mistake like that. I feel pretty dumb. You start beating up on yourself. You gotta just shake it off and keep moving with the game, and just, you know, try to make up for your mistake.
3, 4, 5.
And Jano Slint's on the board.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And a Rattleshirts Raiders. Starting to try to get rid of some of those attachments. Gonna have to win military challenge to do that, and with the Mountain having no military icon right now, that might be a little tough. But we'll see what the Martell player marshals here. So he gets a King's Road out into play.
3, 4.
Yep. 7 total.
So 1 for King's Road. Deal and sack.
And Tyeen's in play. So Tyrion and the Mountain are shaking in their boots right now. Or that Rattleshirts Raiders actually could go away before it gets to do any attachment removal. So we got a Green Blood Trader marshaled in to help John look at the top 2 cards of his deck. I see a, an Iron Mines, I think it is. And I think that's what he took. Which he does have 1 gold to play. He does have a
Desert Scavenger.
Desert Scavenger. I'm not sure why he did that. Unless he's going to use it to reduce. Because it is going back for first snow. Or he's just being cheeky, using his Blood Orange Groves.
Pass to
Yeah, I guess he's just being cheeky.
you.
Or maybe he forgot about his first snow. I think they both just forgot about first snow. Wow.
I'm going to pay 1 to Nightmares him.
So just took a gold off of his first snow. Nightmares, Jano Slint, Hand's Judgment is going to cancel that.
Just put the sword cost to play. 2.
If I have it, I don't care.
I will let it go unopposed.
So no defenders.
No reaction.
Reaction to losing. I'll play his Viperize.
So no reaction from the Lannister player. He's not going to trigger the attachment removal. I'm not sure what's going on here right now. But his Viper's Eyes was played to get rid of the put to the sword.
Claim.
Oh, now he triggers his Rattleshirts Raiders reaction. He remembers it. He still could do. He passed on first reaction. The Martell player did reactions. Now he's doing his other reaction.
No, but I rushed the line. Take your thing. Which one do you want?
Seems like both players might be getting a little frustrated here. They're both making mistakes, I think. It's probably frustrating both of them. So the Mountain's got his military icon back. And what are we going to choose? The Green Blood Trader here for military claim. Yep. Looks like Green Blood Trader is dead.
Intimidate. 5.
Sorry?
I have Intimidate.
Okay.
For 5. Intimidate. Not Pillage.
So you can
So
kill.
Nightmares was played to blank
One character for
Jano Slint, I believe, and now the Intimidate's going off. So, oh, it was canceled. Never mind. Sorry, it was canceled. So Intimidate's going to happen here. My bad. I'm making mistakes now. So it's going to kneel Tyeen. He does win by 5. So Intimidate on the attack. By the amount you win by, you can kneel 1 character of that strength or less.
Intrigue.
So we got an intrigue challenge with here with Arion. Tyrion's going to get his 2 gold. So that's going to go unopposed.
Unopposed.
Bringing the Martell player up to 12 power, I believe. And a copy of, I forget which dog, Nymeria, I think that is the attachment. Nymeria? It's definitely not a lady. I think it's Nymeria. It's an interesting choice. It's a good attachment, but interesting choice. I don't usually see Eleni Wolf players playing that.
Power. Yeah. X is worth 0.
Every time.
Yeah. To cancel a Hand's Judgment, you just have to exercise.
So we got a power challenge here coming in with Red Viper and the Desert Scavenger for 8, I believe.
I argued the opposite really strongly for a while. Power of 8.
For 8?
Claim?
And it looks like it's win.
all I got, I believe.
Claim stolen. Dominance to the Lannister player.
Nice survive.
So John, the Martell player, is now up to, looks like 13. He is missing one of his Martell tokens, so he does use one of the cardboard tokens from the core set, as you see there. I'm sure anyone with OCD is definitely freaking out right now, seeing that one little blue power token in there. So we got the Long Winter Plate, which is going to get rid of a power on anyone who didn't play Summer Plot, which is both of them, so they both lose a power. It's going to take one off the Mountain and one off of the Red Viper.
What you can do is use a house card.
And Counting Coppers played on the Martell side to help him draw into some more cards.
It could always disappear from him if things go bad, right? Draw 3. I will go first.
So the Martell player choosing to go first. Looks like he's drawn into Nymeria, Asha,
Draw 2.
a Condemned, another copy of Arion in there.
I make 3 gold. Jeez, come on.
2 claim plots showing for the Lannister player. Could get dirty right now. We will see.
Tap. Tap. Nymeria for 3. With the 2 reducers.
And we got Nymeria out on the board. Using up all the gold. And the Blood Orange Grove and the Desert Scavenger.
My Marshall?
Yes, sir.
Let's see what the Laney player can do with his 4 gold here. He's got Duped Bran.
1 dupe.
And he's going to save 2. Does he have another put to the sword? That could get pretty dangerous. 2 claim military, Mountain going off, put to the sword, Intimidate, attachments removed. He's got all that. This could turn this game around here. But Nymeria's going to steal the Mountain's military icon, of course, and give it to all Sand Snake. So Tyene now has a military icon on top of Nymeria.
Power challenge.
Ok, non, c'est ça l'initiative que tu as moins de power. Personne gagne la dominance.
He's going to power challenge. I think it's a power challenge. Maybe it's intrigue with Arion here. Yeah, it is a power challenge. Trying to put Bran in there. Maybe Tyrion. Tyrion does still have a power icon, but he does not have an intrigue icon. If John could have got rid of that Milk of the Poppy, well, basically not had to deal with the second Milk of the Poppy, I think this game would have been done. Throwing the Red Viper in those challenges. He would have at least racked up 2 or 3 more power on him, which would have put him at a win condition now already. Looks like it's going to be unopposed. Arion's going back to hand. Not canceled. Brings in Asha.
Military stealthing him.
We got a military challenge, stealthing Janos Slint, which forces the Rattle Shirts into defending here. Not to get too trigger. The Rattle Shirt's on offense this time. Bran Dupe is taken for claim. So Asha will not get to stand because that challenge was opposed.
Intrigue.
And a 10 strength intrigue challenge here.
Reaction.
Tyene's going off.
He's more of a pain in the ass, but
Who's Tyene gonna hit? He wants to hit the Mountain, but he's thinking Tyrion because of the gold generation. And it looks like it's gonna be the Mountain.
claim. Yeah.
And Lannister player has an empty hand, loses a copy of Arya Stark for intrigue claim. So power stealthing Nymeria. Should be unopposed, which is 2 claim. Slowing down the Martell player from reaching the win here.
Dom is you?
He dies.
Oh, Dom is not you then.
Yeah, so dominance goes to the Martell player since the mountain would be dead by the time dominance happens. So John, the Martell player, is up to 12 power. And it looks like the Lannister player is at 7.
Both going to be running confiscation items. Hang on, my reserve was 10 on counter coppers.
0 cards in hand.
Very good.
Both players just deciding what plots to play here.
Calm.
I get initiated.
And it looks like we have Calm over Westeros flipped on both sides.
Okay. You're saying power?
Yeah, no surprise, I think.
I will say.
Terrible start.
I will say intrigue. I will say intrigue.
So Lannister player chooses power for Calm over Westeros. The Martell player chooses intrigue. It looks like the Lannister player is going first. He marshals out 2 weenies, and it looks like he's going to sit on 4 gold.
Are you passing to me? I will kneel. I will make 5. Then I will kneel. Just put out Ariane and Duper for 3.
So we got Arion back into play. I think put a dupe on her there, but the duplicate is returned back to hand. Doesn't want to play it, I guess. And condemned off on Tyrion there. So Tyrion actually loses both icons.
I had a 1 card set.
1 for an Iron Mines in case you get another treachery.
And we got an Iron Mines played out on the Martell Kraken side. And a Iron Islands Fishmonger.
I'll take his military icon.
So Nymeria doing it again, stealing the military icon, this time from Janos Slint, giving it over to Tain also. We got an intrigue challenge with Janos Slint, triggering Tyrion to get 2 gold.
I just need to oppose this, right?
And they're just discussing Janos Slint, how many times he can be triggered, and that's as many times as you want to pay for him. So the intrigue challenge with 2 right now. Arion goes into block for 4.
Play 3 times.
Maybe the Martell player sitting on a Nightmares here. But looks like the gold is going to be spent. 3 gold, bumping Janos up to 8.
No reactions, no opposed, no claim.
So he's going to kneel someone for 4 strength using Intimidate.
Okay. Good call.
And it was opposed and no claim off Calm over Westeros. So it just kneels down Asha.
You have no goals. Power?
We got a power challenge with the Stark cost reducer, Winterfell Steward.
Well, I'm not going to be able to do anything.
And no cards in the lane player's hand, just being clarified there. Does have the gold, but no cards to be put out there. So don't have to worry about the tricks. Power challenge is blocked. We're over to the Martell challenge here. Intrigue with Tyene, unopposed. So the Rattle Shirts is going to take a poison token. No cards to claim, obviously.
Military. 4.
So we got a military challenge of 4. Rattle Shirts is going to block to make sure it's not unopposed. Martell player is 2 power away from winning right now. And the Rattle Shirt's chosen for claim.
Yeah, so he's sitting there right now, not doing a whole lot. I don't know. You're right. Probably right.
So yeah, I just pointed out there that the poison token should have been put on Tyrion instead of the Rattle Shirts, because the Rattle Shirts was just chosen for claim anyway.
Oh, there's a 3 cards.
Kind of done in the wrong order a bit there.
In that case, what are you sitting on for Dom? More than me. So, nothing. Pass to Dom. 4 or 5. 4 or 5 Dom? You got Dom.
You had it. You had the.
Looks like the Martell player chooses to do no more challenges, pass the Dominance. Dominance goes to the Laney player anyway.
Why is he doing that? Oh man, I'm just surviving.
It's driving me crazy.
Can Francis turn this around?
I get initiative though.
You do.
So we got Calling the Banners played on both sides here. Tons of gold for both players. 5 for the Martell player. 7 for the Lannister player.
Good luck with your cards.
Get 3 gold.
Hopefully Francis, Lannister player, top decked into some amazing cards. Fast Eddie is a pretty amazing card, actually.
Maybe too late though.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe too little. Tywin would have been huge.
So I'll make 3.
But you do have Asha across the board with stealth. Nymeria who can steal icons to help that out, so I don't know. Gaston Grey on top of it, icing on the cake here.
I've been wanting to shake hands for a while.
Nymeria getting a duplicate, not going anywhere anytime soon.
Neil, to put her in for 3. Since you're going first, let's put the old Mason.
And we got Arion coming into play with a duplicate and Maester Calliot. So John, the Martell player, just going all out, balls to the wall, flooding the board, putting as much in as he can. Trying to just push for the win. He wants to close it out here. Doesn't want to keep going on and on. So the Lannister player will just keep top decking amazing characters. And you don't want to have to deal with that. And we just heard that awesome Rob St. John guy walk by and yell out. Less than 11 minutes left to play.
Yeah, we doesn't only have 2.
Such a great guy, being so helpful on his buy around there.
She will take his military. Challenge action.
So Nymeria again stealing Janos Slint's military.
I'll treachery that.
So we're gonna have a treachery actually played there to cancel Nymeria's effect.
Try to use that thing.
Mill for 8.
Mill for 8. No cards in hand.
And a big military challenge here with
But you do have intimidate.
Fast Eddie and Ellen Payne. Or sorry, Janos Slint, not Ellen Payne. 8 strength.
Ça fait que tu, attaquant, défendant, on peut juste...
Any reactions to winning?
And interestingly, the Knights of the Sun, who have renown, are being used on defense to just block unopposed.
Well, you have a chance to. You're not going to do extra
I
money
was
anyway.
waiting already. And now,
Claim?
And yeah, they're just doing the reaction in a little weird order here, but it wouldn't matter anyway if Fast Eddie gave away power. Renown happens after anyway, but yeah, Gaston Gray's going to send Janos Flint back to hand.
Yep.
So no intimidate is going to happen.
Military, stealthing, anybody?
Should see the Martell player close it out here using Asha's fanciness.
I lost in token 3, 6, 9.
And there it is.
one's there.
Congrats to John, local meta, pretty new player considering. He's been practicing a lot lately. You can tell he's few mistakes here, but he's learning the game pretty good and becoming a better player day by day. So don't be afraid if you're newer to the game to show up to tournaments, even regionals that you drive 5 to 6 hours to, because everyone's pretty welcoming and you'll have a good time either way. And look at John here winning games. So yeah, don't be afraid to play competitively. All new players are welcome. And thanks for your support, guys. Thanks for watching. We got more videos coming up. Support us at patreon.com/Rob's Gaming Table if you want to donate to support the work. Hit the subscribe button to be notified when more videos go live, and we'll